Hey, we got a check on stream here.
We are live.
Hey, on
Straw.
YouTube.
Come
Oh,
on, YouTube, catch up. There we are.
all right. Hey, good morning, Mike B. All right, let's see. All right, so today is Wash Your Balls Wednesday, and our special guest, I don't know, may not show. And since not everybody has balls, I figured I'd play this song for the ones that don't. The title of the song is called Find a Few. Hey, morning, afternoon, shift, and
Good
everybody.
morning, everyone.
Hold on, let me get us big screen so they don't have to stare at your dirty balls anymore. Yeah. Look at her eyes. She didn't realize her balls were that dirty. She's shocked.
That's what you call a very good coffee buzz.
Yeah. It is currently 86 degrees in West Central Texas. The UV is out the extreme. It is going to be windy today. Should be starting up very shortly. You'll probably hear the wind. And we're going to be in triple digits. Woo! How about you?
72, 72 degrees here in Minnesota. Overcast skies with a nice breeze. High of 81.
Just a bit of advice if you go outside, make sure your balls are dry. You don't want to go out there with wet balls because the dust and all that's going to get all over them. You're going to have to wash them all over again. Yeah. Now, hey, Zed, I don't use a pager. No.
Yep, but they are saying that there are now, um, handheld walkie-talkies and all kinds of things blowing up.
Yeah. I think it's an insider job. Actually, I really think it's Iran doing it because they're the ones to supply everything to all those people. And they're just trying to blame Israel and everybody else for a reason to attack. So, yeah. They're not trying
Yepper.
to realize. Yeah. So, you want to say hello to everybody?
It's your turn. I'll let you do it.
I can't do it now in my throat today.
Okay, we'll do it then. Mike B, hello, hello. We've got Diva's mom, we've got Jason Schmidt, we've got Gold Sniping Farmer, Zed's Place, Gremlin, the one and only, John Camper. Let me see, Dennis, We got Jenny, sweetheart. Hello, hello. And any and all the lurkers. Good afternoon, good morning, and how you doing?
Just say hello to Dennis.
I did.
Okay, just checking. And that took a lot out of me just saying that. All right. Well, I had a couple of stories, but now I got to go back and look for them because, you know.
Super Pedro, hello, hon.
Oh, yeah. You ready? You ready for World
Ready?
War III? Yeah. And
Nah.
this ain't no clickbait. This ain't to scare you. And I'm not talking about the normal chat people, the people that subscribe. I'm talking about the freaking generation that does no shit. The Swifties. Yeah. You dumbasses. Yeah. Go register to vote. And go vote for who Taylor Swift tells you to vote for. You know why? I guarantee you, your ass is going to be on the other side of the war. Man, woman, freaking transgender, doesn't matter. Your ass is going to war. And you know why? Because you just got freaking assisted with the Swifty army, with the English army. You know, Billy English decides, hey, I'm going to throw in my 110 million supporters and tell them to vote for the freaking idiot, too. Okay? Yeah. Connect the dots, people. They found Russian armament on the freaking on that person that tried to assassinate Mr. T. All right, and it's that stuff you can normally get like in the local market. And yeah, and who does
Catwoman.
work for? Why? Because he wants us to be weak so they can attack us. Oh, she hit the wrong button. She'll be back in a minute. So yeah. So needless to say, you put her in, we will be in war one way or the other. And the hell of my sons are going to go fight a democratic war. You can get all your little freaking Swifty army and the Billy English army and go fight that shit. Don't
Right.
worry, you can wear your
But
tight.
what people don't understand, trust, go to the statistics on the Swifty Army. All right? 90% of them are 15 years of age and under.
Oh, I know, but
90%.
they're still trying to. They're busting kids trying to get fake IDs just so they can vote, so they can register to vote. Think about it. They
It's
do it with the illegal.
ridiculous.
They're going to do it for the minors. I don't know. I think if you get somebody that's an actual citizen trying to vote ahead of time illegally, they should lose their citizenship and you freaking toss their ass to Iran.
Hey, Sharon, good morning.
You know, just
Afternoon.
strip their citizenship and don't care what age. They're freaking 13. Oh, well, guess what? You get to go live in Iran now. Oh, you're transgender? Oh, they'll love you. They're going to show you how to fly. You know, go up on that 9-story building and toss your ass over. You know, they'll direct you where your signified bathroom is. You know, hey, it's just my opinion and everything I hear, but I have been on that part of the country and those people there in firsthand effect. Yeah, you don't. Yeah, you got a better chance walking down the street naked in a Muslim country wearing a big ass freaking cross, and they don't mess with you than you freaking trying to be another freaking gender. Yeah.
John Camper, I see all your messages. They are not being removed.
Nope.
Just letting you know.
Well, so there's vote for Pedro. Hey, how's Pelosi this morning? Did she serve you some coffee there, Pedro? I'll stop with the Pelosi jokes. But yeah. Oh, I could see him here, so
Yeah, I see him. I'm seeing him on the StreamYard side anyway, John.
nope. I'll go over to YouTube and look. Nope, I see him on YouTube. Well, Mr. Camper, why don't you start a live stream and do some talking? Hey, Sharon Mercer, how you doing?
Jersey Joe, hello, hon.
Jersey Joe. Yep. So I was going to do a whole thing on how we're going to go to World War III, and anybody that votes for Camilla and she wins are the first ones to go. I guarantee you, there's a lot of freaking us retired vets that aren't going to go. And yeah. we've done our part, and we're still waiting to get the promises of our medicals they haven't freaking done. And yeah,
Hey, so
they broke their deal. We could break their deal too.
Jason, is that better? Let me know. I dropped my mic volume.
Dun dun dun.
Hopefully that sounds better, Jason.
Yeah, before you do anything, just put dirty nuts, semicolon, and put what you want to say. They'll think you're just gonna say something dirty when you put dirty nuts or dirty balls. Yeah.
Why balls?
Try that. And while Tim's
Good.
sleeping, while you're sleeping, wash your balls. So supposedly, our oil. What do you call that thing? Where they're saving up all the oil? Shift can't figure it out either. Yeah, our reserves. There you go. Reserves have gone up for the first time in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah. So it's a good thing in a way, but we'll see. And I'm not going to mention what Putin's talking about. He did a speech. Everybody should have already caught it if they did or not. And so, just to let you know, there are rockets coming from Lebanon going towards Israel as we speak, or they might have stopped already if they shot them all down. So, but yeah, Putin's not too happy, and China's already said if the UN or the NATO attacks Russia, that they're going to jump in. Well, China, I got a couple of things to say for you. Yeah, exactly. Wash your balls. Needless to say, they do have people in their country are not liking it either. They're trying to do a revolt, but they're so spread out. The ones that want to do it versus the ones that are complying to everything.
Yep. There's so many that are so afraid.
Yeah. So, needless to say, yeah, and I really hate to say it, but China have to freaking orders from all these countries around the world that ordered aircraft, fighters, bombers from China. They're canceling the orders because the planes aren't working. So please tell me we need to be afraid. Our planes work. Our missiles work. We have not had one freaking do a oops. They put water in there instead of fuel, guys. It didn't take off. Like Russia did. Yeah. Like Russia's tanks are missing parts. Their freaking trucks don't have tires or parts to freaking fix. They barely had enough food to feed their armies when they're sending them around. So their armies were freaking raiding their own citizens' cities and stealing the crap in order to feed themselves. Yeah.
Yeah, but when else? But when else did that happen? What wars?
Gee, I wonder. I'll tell you one thing. The U.S. military always had food, even though it was freaking laced with saltpeter. Hi, B.
Hey, you be.
Yeah. And I feel sorry for the Rainbow Express, as I call them. All the trans are going to get thrown in their own battalion when they're going to eat all that saltpeter. Oh, man. Their hormones, they're going to freaking be growing beards and shit. They thought they were a lady. Just the way they look in uniform, trying to be a lady. They're the enemy.
Yep.
Okay. You know how, what's his name, that basketball player, Dennis Rodman, went to North Korea, right?
Right.
I think it's time to send P. Diddy to North Korea. Yeah. Let's see what kind of welcome he gets.
Well, long time no see. It's the Marshmallow Man. How you doing, hon?
Yeah.
That's a Canadian friend.
Wait, he's Canadian?
Yeah, you didn't know that? Yeah.
No, I knew that. I'm just messing with him. So let's see. TGI Fridays has closed. All their stores are being up for sale now. They went into administration mode because they can't afford to keep shit working. And guess what? Every time China acts up, something happens to their country. They just had a 4.7 freaking hit their country. Yeah, you tell me those dams are going to be able to be there with all that rocking and rolling. So you got any feel-good stories, or do I have to bring up all the drastic news?
Sorry, no feel-good stories. I was flying by the seat of my pants this morning just to get home in time.
Yeah, well, I've been hearing across the internet and some of the channels and everybody else that there's people out there, really radical people, that are making lists and they're checking it twice, and they're not the good lists. Well, we don't make lists here. The only lists we make are the ones that we put on to do giveaways. So, but I did try to warn them way back before all this stuff started that the politicians, the Hollywood elite, which includes all the freaking music people that think they're smart and they know something, we know they don't know shit, need to watch their mouths, because once they get put on a list, it's not like the blacklist in Hollywood. If shit goes round, they ain't gonna have enough security to take care of them. The security can go, fuck that. I got my own family. I'm gonna take care of. Fuck you. Hey, Camel Car, how you doing?
Camel Carl, hello, hon.
So these politicians are doing all these freaking dirty deals and all that, and for the money, they don't realize when everything goes to crap, they ain't gonna have it. It's gonna be a different life. People ain't gonna give a shit. It's sad to say, but that's the way it's going, because that's the way they're running it. You don't believe me? How many billions of dollars have they thrown to the Ukrainians? How many billions of dollars did Obama and Biden secretly send to Iran before, Obama got caught? Yeah, they're feeding the freaking all these freaking war machines. You don't think they're getting something back for it? Yeah. Think about it. And it doesn't matter what bunker they have, somebody will leak out where they built that bunker. And they could be underground in that bunker, but the one thing they can't freaking do is their exhaust system. Yeah, think about it.
It's got to come out somewhere.
Yeah. It's an easy way to get into those things. I think the people in Hawaii are going to freaking throw, what's his name from Facebook? They're going to take his exhaust off his freaking bunker that he built, and they're just going to start throwing spam all the way in there. They're going to fill their whole exhaust up with spam. See how they like to freaking filter their freaking dirty air then.
Donna Lottie, hello, hon.
Yeah, you're never late. You're on time.
Fashionably on time. Yep.
Yeah.
For sure.
But just because Tim's down here does not mean that we're not going to wash our balls, because it's still
wash your balls.
Yep, you got to wash your balls on Wednesday.
Yep.
If you ain't got any, well, you better find some. Remember, dry them really well. You can air dry them inside the house, but don't go outside if it's windy. That dust and all that other stuff's going to get all over them. Hey, Mary.
Right. Mary Freeland, good to see you, sweetie.
So, and if you didn't check out 10 TV's show last night, you missed a good show. And guess what? You need to go back and watch that. Pretty
It was a
important.
tidbit longer than normal, but sometimes we just go overboard.
Yeah, I was shocked they went past the hour. I'm like, holy Toledo. And I just said the same thing again after an hour and a half mark. Holy Toledo.
Yep.
Yeah, so let's see. Cartels having battles in Mexico still. Woohoo. We got a system in the Atlantic.
Thanks, Cat Mom.
Too. Oh, I was waiting for that one. Kilauea volcano erupts again in Hawaii. Russian nuclear submarines cross under the Arctic ice near the U.S. coast. But that's okay, because you know why? Russia's F you, yeah. Because one thing in the past 30 years, the U.S. has activated Shimia Island again. Now, some people call it a different thing, but it's Shimia. And it's an island that's about 120 miles west of, I don't know, is it west or north? I think it's west of Alaska, between Russia and, Alaska. And we have not manned that for 30 years, but now it's being manned. And it's being manned by the Army, for one, and they got their little, I'll say stingers, even though they're not stingers. They're bigger and they go farther. And I guarantee they got aircraft there of all types. And yeah. So if Russia wants to play, let's rock, according to Al Bundy. Yeah.
Yep. And if you didn't read Vote for Pedro's post, this is a very, very cool story to look into. It's an amazing piece of history. And yes, it's still viable for 20,000 people and livestock. Fact.
Mm-hmm. So
That's something I looked into about 4 months ago, I believe it was. When we were talking about underground cities and that kind of thing.
Yeah. We know there's a massive underground city under Mexico City, too.
Yep.
And they do not let people go down there. The government is controlling it. Now, why would they do that?
No, I agree, B, but it is very interesting because there's a lot of things that they did then that we could do now and learn from. It's amazing. It really is.
Okay, well, I am going to put a link once I can get it. This is from the American Military Network. Oh, by the way, it is the 18th. Yep. Happy birthday, U.S. Air Force. Today is their birthday.
Happy birthday.
Okay, now here, I'm putting this one up is because a lot of people don't know about this. You think the government really takes care of the vets?
No.
Now, watch this series, and it's called Who Murdered 257 Vets by Second Lieutenant Ernest Hemingway. It's on the American Military Network. Yeah, you see the president that freaking screwed the vets over. Well, how they treated the vets once we were back and everything else. So I'm going to post it and save it and watch it later. You're going to be interested and you're going to be pissed off. And yes, I'm talking about the Ernest Hemingway that everybody knows, the famous one. Yeah, you didn't know he was in the military, huh? Yep. Yeah, and the sad way that they freaking got rid of the vets, the 187 of them, that it will appall you. So next time you think, yeah, the government will take care of us, FEMA camps. Think back on this story. Yeah. Had nothing to do with shots, had nothing to do with medical. It's just about getting rid of them, using them until they got rid of them. And if you don't think of how Camilla treated the prisoners and kept them in prison, extended their tours so she could bank money and make it
Mm-hmm.
about the same thing the government did. That's why I don't believe in democracy. We are a republic. You can argue with me all you want that you want democracy. I've never seen the word democracy in our Constitution.
Nope, me neither. We are a
So,
republic for which it stands, one nation under God. Hello?
and if we got 300 million people here and they want to do a draft, only about 30 million families in the U.S. have ever served in the military. So you know what? You still got 270 million more families to pick on that have never served and draft those dumbasses. Yeah, and I'm going to call them dumbasses because they want the shit from the government, but they don't want to freaking earn it. So yeah. And I'm not talking about you either support the military and all that. I'm talking about the fake ones. Hey, Frog, how you doing? No, be charming. Unfortunately, they put an amendment in there that they can call us back up to age 60. Unfortunately, but that's why I say I won't listen to it. And yeah, a lot of other vets aren't going to either. And the hell if you're going to get our kids into it, not with a Democratic war. Nope. They come knocking on my door. They're going to find out who answers my door. You know, so be like, if you ain't the Texas Rangers, then I don't recognize you because if you got a 3-letter insignia, I don't recognize you. You better be a Texas Ranger, baby. So, you can be a sheriff in the state of Texas. I trust you over I will any of those 3-letter insignias. That's just my opinion. I don't do anything to freaking cause them to come visit me. So, they need to freaking follow the same thing and tell the politicians the same thing too. Don't do anything to make us go visit you. Like killing innocent veterans that are protesting and then federalizing a freaking security guard for a freaking town and calling them federal freaking agents afterwards. But he feared for his life, even behind a locked door. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, Mr. January 6th. Hide behind the shit. That mayor and everybody that was there that was freaking in that police department needs to be prosecuted as murderers. Notice how fast the Democrats covered that up and protected them? Yeah.
Yep.
But they still want to prosecute people for protesting. Well, what about the people that freaking defaced the freaking stuff in Washington, D.C.? You saw the artwork just recently, all the Palestinian protesters. Weren't they freaking, being prosecuted and thrown in jail for 30 years? So, hey, happy chappy. So, but, I'm not trying to make this anything, but it's heading that way, unfortunately. And these young folks don't realize it. When they can't get a job and they can't pay the student loans because it doesn't matter what Biden promises, Supreme Court's going to make you pay your student loans, period. And yeah, pay attention to who's trying to change the Supreme Court around and why they're trying to change it. Yeah, that should make, yeah. They're pushing for civil war. And guess who's going to start the civil war? They are. We have patience. We may not hold our tongues very well, but, we have patience in other ways. When you push it and you come after our family, yeah, then that's where we're going to have a couple more things than just, words. But, So, but you know what? Unfortunately, I'm just going to stop talking about that group because that group won't come over here. They won't listen. They won't wake up. They're too into, I got to listen to Taylor Swift. She knows everything about relationships. No, she knows how to be a hoe. She's been ran through more times than freaking Amtrak's been on the rails. Think about it. She's been ran through more than freaking Ozzy Osbourne saying I on Crazy Train. Think about it. And there's Billie English. Yeah, she got a good voice, but you know, the latest picture she had, she's tried to dress like Prince. You ain't gonna have the talent of Prince. I'm sorry. You know, and
Exactly.
I really don't think she's even a freaking girl. I think she's a guy thinking she's a girl. I want to see a birth certificate. Yep.
But even nowadays, the birth certificates aren't filled out by gender.
No,
Seriously.
but it's when she was
Unless
born.
requested by the parent.
Yeah, because when she's 22, so back 22 years ago, they would have put her gender in. She wasn't born yesterday, so you know.
I agree, Pedro.
Yeah, when the Cowboys weren't doing so good, I used to watch Kansas City because certain quarterback there when I high school in Texas, and I used to watch him during high school football. She was pretty good then, but even with his wife's freaking agenda and her doing her screw ups and all that, I still was watching them. But now because Taylor Swift's got to be there and they got to make a deal about it, I don't even want to watch Kansas City anymore. And the sad part is, I don't even watch the whole game. I only watch the highlights on YouTube. But I won't even watch the highlights on YouTube no more for that team. So Kansas City, yeah, you need to tell Kelsey. Just dump her like all the other
Yeah,
guys.
I agree, Mary Freeland. Swifty days are numbered because she was part of his team.
Yep.
She's a diddy do.
Yep. Hey, guess who else was with Epstein? Pictures with Epstein and stuff. A lot of people don't know. Do you know, Shift? Somebody pretty high up
Oh,
in
you
the
mean
news.
Obama? Obama?
Oh no, higher than him. He's a world influencer.
Not sure.
The Pope.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you got pictures of Epstein and that freaking chick that Epstein always hung with.
Giselle?
Yep. And all that. I was like, yeah. Now he wants to come out saying, oh, you got to pick the lesser of two evils. Well, it ain't the Catholic Church. I'll tell you that much. Oh, yeah.
Exactly,
I'll call it
Jason.
the Catholic Church. I was raised Catholic, but I left because of all the bullshit and the way they freaking changed everything. Check it to the way they vote. It's exactly how they do it here. Yeah. And then the way he's changed everything, no, I'm sorry. I tell you, believe in God, but watch some of the people, and even the Bible has it in there. You're gonna have people in there trying to say that they're like prophets and all that other bullshit, and yeah,
Agreed, Jason. The Pope is a false prophet. Any Pope that will allow what he allowed on sacred ground to happen with the LGBTQ and all of these naked people dancing, etc. No,
well,
Sorry.
I'm sorry, but it does have it in there. That's an abomination to God.
It's
That's in the
it's
Old
not even
Testament.
that. It's what he allowed. Everything he allowed was evil.
No, I know, but I'm just saying it's in the Bible in the Old Testament. God said abomination to God, our Father, and yeah, but they want to try to twist the words around in the New Testament with Jesus. No, Jesus will not change our Father's freaking words. Ah, Tom, calm down.
It's all right, Tom. We won't.
Yeah, I've gone head to head with a lot of priests in person, And I freaking straightened them out, and they got pissed off. It's like, don't worry, I'll never go in your satanic church. Ooh, they would get pissed off. But when a priest is coming to be at my work and telling me that our people are prejudiced and they're not getting everything that they ordered, well, it depends on when you ordered it. First in, first out. That's the freaking bottom line. That was the policy. And because they're the 30th one in and they didn't get everything, had nothing to do with race. And if you're a priest, damn you coming in there trying to freaking push the race card. You got trust. Trust will freaking set your ass straight. Half those people can't even go to the food bank anymore because of their freaking stupidity. And who's they hurt? Because of the racist freaking views? They hurt the people that they're helping.
Yep.
And half those freaking priests aren't even priests anymore. Or pastors or anything else. They got caught doing shit illegal. So you got to think about it. All the quiet ones that follow everything and just preach what's in the word, they don't get in trouble. Of course, they're not living in mansions either. But they shouldn't be. I say we take away the tax-free from other churches anyway, because if they're not going to take care of their parishes and their people are hurting and they're letting the government take care of them, they're failing the freaking people of their church. Let's go back to old school when the churches used to take care of their parishioners. Come on now.
Oh, how sad for real vote for Pedro.
Yeah. Because you got to look at it from the black and white perspective. You got a transgender priest. So he's a fake freaking person. He can't see the blessing that God made him a certain sex, male or female, whichever one he was. Right? So he can't take the blessing of that. And then he's going to try to preach the word. What else is he changing to fit his means? Yeah, no, I wouldn't go to that church either. Prayers.
Yep, life with Bobby. I understand that. I know a lot of people that go to the Eagle Brook churches, especially the one in Hugo, Minnesota.
Yeah. Exactly, Tom. Everything's the focus is supposed to be God, nothing else. And that's why a lot of people are on YouTube now. And a lot of people, we are our family, we are our church.
Yep.
Hey, Life and Bobby. So let's get off the religious thing now. Hey, very high pollen.
But guess what? Guess what? I just got a feel good story.
You did?
I sure did.
So there's no itching?
Nope. Feel good story.
So let's give our attention to Shift Kicker. She's got a feel good story. Let me bring her up, center stage. And don't worry, y'all. She washed her balls because she's feeling good.
I did. I did wash my balls.
Yeah, look at her eyes.
That's the coffee kicking in.
She washed all the coffee.
Feel good story. Anyhow, there was a young man sitting outside of a grocery store waiting for his grandparents to come out. They made him stay outside because the last time he went in with them, all he did was say, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So they had him wait outside this time. And when they came out, he carried their groceries to the car. The next time they went grocery shopping, they did the same thing, left him outside. But this time, he had brought his own little bag and his own money and went in behind them and bought what he truly wanted. So these grandparents taught their young 9-year-old grandson how important it was to buy his own things and not constantly ask and say, I want, I want, I want. Now that's a feel-good story.
I want to know what he bought.
Didn't say, unfortunately.
Oh. Hit the wrong button.
It just basically said that he learned that it wasn't good to always say, I want, I want. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, so we can all learn something new every day.
I'm trying to get military times up here. It's fighting with me. Thanks, Internet. Okay, they are officially announcing that the Marine Corps has opened up an airfield at Camp Davis, North Carolina, less than 25 miles from Camp Lejeune. And it's to help with the Pacific Islands, however you pronounce it. So they're ramping up too. So all the military is ramping up for stuff.
Vote for Pedro. You crack me up. I love you, though.
Yeah, I think he got from Mag Dog 2020 and some Marble Reds myself. Vote for Pedro. Damn, you're lucky, Jason. You get the women. I always get the freaking 2 kids on their bikes. You know, I'll talk to them. I don't freaking throw them away and all that, but I tell them, you know, I understand where you're coming from. I studied the Mormon religion, but I'm going to tell you right now, why don't you walk? God gave you feet. Those are a blessing. There's people that don't have feet or legs and can't walk.
Right.
So why don't you sell those bikes and go help some of the hungry? Oh, they just get quiet, jump on their bikes, and they leave at that point because they never have an answer for it.
Nope.
And it's not to rag on the Mormons, but it's, I mean, you don't tell me, oh, they're going to do this and this and this, and you can help them. Now, get rid of, you know, it's like the freaking panhandlers. We had a panhandler here about 8 years ago. He'd get on a
This is true.
And he used to tie his freaking 10-speed bike with a chain right next to him on the corner when he was panhandling. And he'd be all rugged, dirty, and all that. And just looking at the bike, you knew he was a scam. Because that bike was almost 10 grand. Now, how is a homeless have a 10 grand freaking 10-speed bike? You know, I can go to Goodwill.
Or how can they wear $400 tennis shoes? Mm-hmm. Really? What the hey?
Well, I'm just going to remind everybody on the religious thing. Jesus came down here for the sinners. He didn't come here for the saints. Think about it. And all these so-called wannabe believers, but they're not. Think at the last 20 seconds before.
Enjoy your day, be charming.
Before everybody gets recalled to heaven because Jesus is showing up. He ain't waiting for those last 20 seconds for you to call, and you're repenting in the last 20 seconds. Yeah, you're going to be left behind. Go watch a couple of those Left Behind movies. You'll know be left behind. You need to repent now and change your life around. That's all I got to say. I'm not going to tell you how to change your life around, but, you know, hey, you can still love people from a distance. You can still pray for them. Bye, B. Have a good one. Hopefully, oh, she got to go butcher shop and fish market.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait. Oh, it's Wednesday. Okay, never mind. I thought it was physical therapy day. But, yeah. Who knows? So, yeah, the oil well's still, burning in Houston. They evacuated more people. They're still throwing water out on the houses. There's a house being waterlogged. And, you know how that all started? A car drove and hit the freaking well. Think about it. Yeah.
Hey, BKs. Yeah, that is a good series.
Life of Body Suspect. 120 on shoes, and a bike 150. I don't even think I spent more than $20 on a bike. I've always got me hand-me-downs. Even though I am looking at one that's almost $200. Well, it'll be like my final bug out freaking
Have a
bike.
good day, Tom.
Yep, have a good one, Tom. And shoes, honestly, I think the most I spent, well, it was boots, really. It wasn't shoes, but normal wear and tear shoes, $30 max. I ain't spending over $30. Or I'll just wear mine out and throw duct tape on them until I can get some more at $30. You know, but I'm lucky with the VA now that they got me going to podiatrist. I get a pair of shoes every year, and yeah, I'm not gonna tell me how much they cost, but I take care of those puppies. I'm gonna end up having a closet full of those eventually. But oh, I forgot to tell you the last time when when I had to wait for the doctor and I had a different nurse because my nurse was like on emergency leave or something. The male nurse
Yeah.
there, I've known him. He was doing the food bank for the Boy Scouts, so they shut down the Boy Scouts here, and yeah, and he was trying to get me a cane. So I told him, it's like, no, I already got one, but don't use it very often unless I'm really having problems with my knee because I got a bad knee that should have been replaced 30 years ago. But they said I'm too young. If I would have gotten them replaced, it'd be replaced again when I turn 70 in another, what, I don't know, somewhere within 20 years. And they don't want to frickin' pay for it. So, yeah. So I just rock and roll and just got to watch to see when my knee gives out on me. Hopefully, I'm not on a ladder when that happens.
Well, stay the heck off ladders, Trust. Come on, son.
You got to get shit done. I'm not trying to do fundraisers on YouTube so I could pay a handyman to come to freaking trim my trees, work on my roof and shit. I basically would have to do that if I didn't do the work myself. I'd rather do the work myself. I'm tough. You saw what happened last time. I only broke my phone when I collapsed the last time.
Oh, my Lanta.
Yeah, but if I'm going to fall off a freaking tree, I'm definitely doing the George of the Jungle and swinging on the limb till I hit the base of the tree and slide down.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the EMS will be like, okay, George, you didn't look out for that tree.
Yup. All kind of craziness.
Yeah. I did one time. I did go look at those Red Wings. We have a specialized Red Wing store here.
Yeah, Red Wings are made in Minnesota there.
Yeah.
Trust.
They got a store here. Man, they had some nice boots, shoes, all that. Mostly it's all for work and stuff, nurses, construction, all that. But I ain't paying those prices. Oh, hell no. I could have bought like 3 pairs of Tony Lama boots for the price of just one set of steel toe freaking tennis shoes. I'm like, oh, hell no. But they sure do have nice shoes, just saying. Hey, vote for Pedro. I do own a Tarzan leopard skin leotard. It's a hand-me-down from Ted Nugent from his Tango tour. Yeah. Yeah, they did an auction. I ended up buying it. So, yeah. Maybe next time I'm cutting the tree limbs, I'll wear it just to freak the neighbors out. You can wear just about anything. You just got to find the right size. All right, there it is. There's Shift. You ready? I don't know. I'm waiting to see if she's going to Shifty. She must be talking to her husband. Or she's putting the lime in her coconut and shaking it all up. One of these days I'm going to get Shift to sing Captain Tennille song, Muskrat Love. because she likes being out there and watching the red squirrels, do stuff in the yard. But Shift, if you're talking, you're muted, so we can't hear you. So switching over to YouTube for a minute.
Sorry.
Okay.
Oldest son interruption.
Oh,
I did see it.
okay. You ready?
Ready.
It's time for food. Porn with Mike B.
Dinner tonight, cold meat sandwiches, bologna, pimento loaf, bacon, cheese, mustard on a sourdough buns, a salad, and a Dr. Pepper.
What, no Campbell soup? Come on now. And if you haven't checked out Mike B's latest, he did put a couple of pictures on his page of his Campbell soup. And maybe he's going to do a video and a story about it. And he's got a couple other videos working on too on some of the stuff he worked on. But yeah.
Yeah, Donalotti, the thing on the new birth certificates, it states on there whether the parents want it to be a neutral baby and then it'll actually give a DNA finding, which is actually the true sex, but it's the way it's written on them now. You should read one. It'll blow your mind.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's one thing they need to start asking the job applications. On your birth certificate, does it say you have balls or no balls? That's not against federal regulations.
Nope. But yet they want to still be able to issue Social Security numbers based on false facts. My opinion.
Yep. Yeah. I don't know there.
True, right? Enough to make you want to be sick? Yeah, and I didn't know this until a family member just had a baby, and they were dumbfounded with their birth certificate, what it looked like when they went to go sign them.
So these baby reveal parties that they're doing, are they going to be adding the neutral one in there now too?
Who knows? And I agree, Life with Bobby, there are only two genders.
I don't know. Hey, B-Cabs.
Yeah, no, see, bow hunting opened this weekend, and I've had a bow hunter here off and on. Mm-hmm.
The tomato rice soup was rancid. I did film it. The smell is awful. Yeah, the only thing I get from Campbell's every once in a while is the ones that I mix in with like the chicken, like the cream of mushroom soup or the chicken one. But I normally, when I buy that, I'm using it within the week I buy it. So I don't know.
Yeah.
That's part of the reason I don't trust Campbell's soup.
And homemade tomato rice soup is so much easier to make.
Yep. You can make it trust way. Just use rice and then freaking use a whole freaking big old giant jar of paste picante sauce. There you go. Da-da-da-da. Got your jalapenos in there too.
Yeah. Me too. Vote for Pedro when my conceal and carry. Yep. 12 options for gender. What the what? It's getting totally insane out there.
I told you the zombies were coming. Now they're here. Because there's only two genders, and then after you're dead and you come back, that's when you can claim that you're neither male or female. Think about it.
But and that's the other thing. Okay, so you find bones that are 20 years old under the ground. What are the first thing they're going to do? They're going to test them for what? DNA. What is that DNA going to show? Either male or female. Doesn't matter. DNA don't change.
I don't know. I'm still waiting for them. They found some Neanderthal bones in a cave. I can't remember where it was, Scotland, Netherlands, somewhere like that. And they're saying like 90% of the world has Neanderthal DNA.
Mrs. Scratch, hello, beautiful.
And I was like, oh, really? What's the other 10%? The trans? They don't have no freaking Neanderthal DNA. Are they trans then? Because, yeah.
Okay, we'll do John Camper, hun.
Yeah. And Mike, I did watch that video you did for me. Haven't been able to get on 101 with 10 or backstage to ask by having you up here and you talking about that stuff with 10. I don't know if she wants to do that where she feels like she's getting schooled, or if y'all just talk about it and work it out first before doing the stream. So I'm just putting it out there.
It's better for him to actually email 10 straight out.
Yeah. But I don't know. Maybe that's why, there's no more new Trans Ams on the road. They ruined the car industry by freaking using the trans part. Hey, Mrs. Scratcher, go crazy. How you doing?
I agree, Jason. Michael needs to be proven by his DNA that it's a he, not a she.
I tried Google to see how many times Camilla has been on The View in the last 3.5 years. I know she's been on there at least 3-4 times, right?
Yep.
And Google will not bring up anytime she's been on The View. They literally scrub that. Now, why is that? Because that was like her biggest accomplishment, going on The View.
Mm-hmm.
She couldn't make it to the border, but she was on The View.
Yep. Well, Pedro, I'm on your side.
I don't know. You put it, yep, here in America, we got two genders, male and female. If you got anything else, that means you're from another country. You don't deserve any freaking bennies in our country. Sorry. Choose a country, go move over there and try to get bennies from them. Bye. So, shift.
So what? Trust. What's up, bud?
I'm going to ask you a medical question because you're a medical professional from the past.
Okay.
And I say from the past because you were a nurse for all those years.
Yep.
More than YouTube's ever been. I don't think YouTube's put Band-Aids on the freaking paper cuts in the last 20 years. So, this newest generation, right?
Right.
They're all for freaking doing prison love, if you get what I'm meaning.
Yep.
Okay. Eventually, that's going to freaking ruin. You're going to be wearing Depends before you're freaking 50.
And then some.
Yeah. So that's just a warning out there. Trying to keep it as clean as possible. Prison sex will lead to Depends. You will be a Biden kid. Don't do it.
No. And not only that, it also leads to a lot of very serious medical conditions.
Yeah. If you want to wear a colostomy bag or however you say it for the rest of your life because, you don't want to wear Depends, well, that's the only route you got to go.
I just signed that hall pass, Benjamin. Yep. It's
Wait,
kind of crazy.
wait. No, sorry. That hall pass is for home ec. This ain't home ec. Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah, Mike B, think about it. That rancid smell you had on that Campbell soup probably smells a whole lot better than all those people that are doing the prison lab right now. They're going to be walking around with Depends and colostomy bags.
right. So, trust. Otherwise, what's on your agenda for the day?
Oh, well, I'm definitely not going to be wearing no Depends. I may
Yeah.
pooch time today and maybe do a couple of emails and try to find something to talk about tomorrow since I'll be shiftless tomorrow.
Yep, you
Shift,
will be shiftless.
shift
I have
one.
appointments starting at 8 in the morning and I am not done until 6 p.m. at night.
Yeah, maybe we'll have a pool party and we'll make Shift jealous while she listens to us.
Not fair. I will be in and out of chat though, if I can be.
Yeah, but
So you,
yeah, I got stuff to do around the house. I just don't want to mention it. It,
you
it,
just
it
don't.
it's all the honeydews that I write myself to do, and dust in, clean the windows, vacuum,
Yep.
stuff like.
All the things if you had a honey, you'd have them doing. Gotcha.
No, see, every time I've had a honey, I've never had them doing anything. I never asked them. So when they threw an attitude at me saying, "Well, I made you dinner," I didn't ask for dinner, now did I? They would get pissed off even more because I would answer that. But I never, honey, can you make me dinner?
Right.
But it should come out of your heart. Anytime I've cooked for my loved ones, their family, and all that, they've always said the food tasted awesome. It's because it came from my heart. I did,
Exactly.
you know. It wasn't because they told me they're coming over and I had to make something. Because I'd give them a jar of peanut butter, some jelly, and freaking some bread. Here you go. So we're having tonight.
That's going to be amazing. Vote for Pedro. I cannot wait, and I am so honored to be a mod on for the Wounded Warrior Project again.
That is coming up in November. We'll
Yep,
start.
sure is.
We'll start posting it here sometime in October, probably the halfway mark on October, to start getting people geared up to make sure that they show up to it. And I
Mm-hmm.
everybody out and then they freaking make plans and then they blow it off. You can burn people out if you advertise stuff so long, So I usually
Yep.
wait about 2 weeks or more from the event and then start pushing it. So, but hey, we still got Lady D trying to get up to an even number. You need to check out her channel. So need to get Cooking and Mike up there so we can get them on the Wheel of Doom. And
Exactly. And if you haven't and don't know of Dan Smoking Treasure,
yeah, he only
check
needs
him,
10 more the last
check,
time I looked.
check him out, man. This boy can he cook? Holy Hannah, watch some of his videos. Make you drool instantly. There's his link. And not only that, he is also a silver boy. So yeah,
Not a soy boy, but a silver boy.
silver boy.
Yeah. Just clarifying in case somebody tries to say they called you a
Yep,
soy.
and if we do get him over 500 by tomorrow, there will be some really good giveaways on Nash Landing's channel. So watch for it.
Yeah, and we'll even slap his name on the Wheel of Doom. Like I said, there's only 10 more. We only need 10 more to get him up there. So,
Yep, it's coming along there, B Caves. Yep.
yeah. So, but before Shift says anything, because I could tell it's her night. We went over the hour already. And, yeah. Remember, tell you love ones you love them. And even if you're mad at them, because you know what's going to happen in 5 minutes or 24 hours. And practice safe sex. No booty sex. No prison love. You want to have prison love, then go to prison. I guarantee you there'll be somebody there that wants to love on you.
Yep. And on that note, guys, please hit the thumbs up on your way out the door. Drop us a heart after the stream. And stay blessed, not stressed. Smile at somebody, you never know how it'll change their day. And check on your neighbor, because one day you could be that neighbor that needs to be checked on.
Yeah. And just remember, the closing video covers everything that everybody's giving you clickbait about. I put it on there just for the fact that, hey, I'm not trying to do clickbait. Yeah, exactly. If I wanted to do clickbait, I'd do a video where you're washing your balls, barbecuing cat, stuff like that, how to use Tide and all types of temperatures to get the skid marks from your prison sex out. Do you use Tide Shift?
Tide free. Yep.
Tide free.
Yeah.
So how
No
do you
scent.
get your skid marks out?
I don't have skid marks.
Are you sure?
Positive.
So all your whole life you never had skid marks?
Not unless it was an accident. Come on, son.